that, and we're starting.
And we're ready to go. Okay.
So just because it's being recorded, we want to say the date. It's December 12th, 2014. And this is the LMC meeting with AFSCME. And maybe we can just say who we are, and then she can hear our voices.
Yes, I'm Rick Williamson. I'm the treasurer.
Cassandra Chambers, secretary.
Kathy Chavez, president.
Devonna Ryan, nurse supervisor.
And Cindy Sturgard, administrator. So, Kath, do you want to chair the meeting? You want to start? How do you want to?
You can go ahead and start, Cindy.
Just let's double check our agenda and make sure this is what we're going to hope to do. We're going to try to keep this to an hour, right, just because we all have stuff to do. So
Yes.
we want to look at the charter and make sure we get on a regular schedule. The second one is this, recording the minutes. The next was just updates, 12-15 hour, how's that going? Shift changes, the 12-hour shift, which I think will be our big discussion. We're going to get the reclassification of the admissions coordinator till Tim's available, and repurpose case managers to medical case managers, and then it kind of goes down some other tasks that we can happy to do if we get there. Does that
Okay.
sound good?
That sounds good to
Everyone?
me.
So, just on the charter, just so you all know, this all happened before I got here in 2013. I looked through it, so I had some questions. One, we're in a different building, so some of it refers to the old building. How would you like to, do we want to just look at this and bring it back next time with our,
Let's do that because there's two different versions. The one that we had seems to have been updated less recently than the one you
Yeah.
had. So if we could all just maybe review it and then next time,
so we'll put that on the agenda.
yeah, since we haven't
We'll
really
keep
had a
working on
chance
it.
to do that.
The one thing that it had on here that I think we do want to do is just, it says when the meetings are. So if we want to set a time at the end of this meeting, if we're going to set it every month, however, just so that we note that we're not following this. Right. Okay, as long as that's okay with everyone. I have people in Helena that hold me to things, so I'm trying to
Well,
get
there was
myself
a reason in our
together.
last discussion why they think Tuesday wasn't gonna be good for somebody, and I can't remember what that reason was.
Yeah, there's
That's why
some-
we decided the second Wednesday at 2. So.
Yeah, then we changed it anyway.
But we
I mean,
can look at that.
And it would be good to bring in the other schedule, because like, we just made, was it a Wednesday? We just did for a committee.
Yeah, another
meeting.
committee
So
meeting.
it'd probably be good to look at the calendar and the place.
And we'll
It
s-
also helps with people who work night shift.
Yeah, so we'll just decide that. We're gonna do the minutes this way. The $12.50 entry wage for TT positions, it's from our side, it seems to be helping with recruitment.
Yeah.
We haven't had any
Anything?
complaints from any TTs on
Anything, I think it went smooth, I think any administrative things that happened, we got figured out.
That was really nice, yeah.
this.
So,
And that kind of would attach to number 7 on the agenda, which was continued on the next page, which is the contract requirements for notifying the union of hirings, terminations, and wages other than entry wage.
are you not getting them?
Not at all.
Okay, so, I'll get you an updated one. So anything that's, it'll just be updated today, you know what I mean? So we'll get you that.
Great.
I just saw it too, so I know we have it, so we'll give you that.
No, that was on the list.
Well,
And
that's
you
what
had
I'll
just
have
written
you,
okay by those.
yeah, what we'll do is we'll put the person's name, the date they were hired, their wage, what else?
There any terminations, and that's just like a monthly update for us.
Is it supposed to be monthly? Okay. So do we want it to come to this meeting? Or-
If we have this meeting, or,
How about we'll always have it after the last payroll period of the month?
okay,
So payroll will finish, so like this month it would be, today's 12th, so payroll ends now, so they finish payroll the 17th. Payroll ends the 26th. We'll just get it to you by the Friday after the last payroll ends. How about that? We'll give it a go anyway, but I'll get you an updated one. So basically what you're asking for is any activity with anybody in these, that's a member of this union. Monthly pay, and from seniority, date of hire.
So what's required by the contract is a monthly roster of new and terminated employees, the name and mailing address of each.
Oh, the mailing address, okay.
Their date of hire and their class, or any classified, the classification assigned, the rate of pay, if other than the entry.
So just take it out of there, Kath, what's the section?
Section 2,
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
that whole-
Article 2, Section 4.
Article, okay.
Article 2, Section 3.
Straightforward. Yeah, we can get it, we'll just get that set up. I should have, I don't see if we have it. All right, we'll do that.
Yeah. I was gonna say, probably something that went with the, when HR did it,
Probably
or they
so.
used to do it.
I
Okay,
would say I've never seen one, so I don't know when it went or.
I'm wondering if it's something that went when HR.
and we give it to you, we don't post it.
No, don't post it.
Yeah, right, okay. Do we send it to Helena, or we just give it to you?
Just give it to me.
Okay,
Because they provide, I think, because of the dues, there's some kind of communication between Helena and,
oh my God, well, we should just get the same one, it's already being done.
Yeah, because when they fill out that card, I make sure that Kathy gets a copy, Rick gets a copy, and then I gotta mail it off to Tim as well. And Helena, so.
So he must be verifying it though. Okay, we'll think, yeah, we'll just get it to you and see whatever else happens. Okay. The other easy one, Kath, just repurpose case managers to medical case managers, just take care of that. We're just in the process, this is a slow go, and the slowness now so I just have to bust through some of this stuff. Every month there's a new thing. So right now we're in the Taleo transition from HR. We need some assistance with this, and there's gonna be some reviews. And so what we're trying to do is, because we do a medical model here specifically with withdrawal management, is to get, there are some job descriptions out there for medical case managers. So we're looking at that. We haven't decided yet, and I will probably be having Kathy and Mike review some of the job descriptions we're looking at so that we can take a look to see if that works, but that's gonna be a process. Any comments? As a case
no, because that's
manager,
different
Kathy?
from a reclassification. This is just kind of a refocus of what the position does
Oh,
as it's
no.
evolved over the last.
It's a big deal.
They consider it a reclass.
Oh, do they?
Don't they?
Yes, they do.
Okay, so when you get, you know.
Well, that's why I'm gonna have you guys help me look at some of that, because you do the job every day. We pulled some from Warm Springs, and then there's another place that we pulled them from, so I'll
Yeah,
get
I've
those to
seen
you
a couple of
guys.
state medical case management jobs, and their job description actually seems more accurate for what Mike and I do than what our job description does, so.
Right, but, so I'll get you those and we'll decide and get your input and try that process.
All right.
So let's go to the shift change for 12-hour shifts.
Okay. Now, I had proposed of a schedule that I had, did I submit that to you, Devonna, or no? Okay, I thought I'd submitted it, I don't know who I submitted this to. But anyway, these are, what we've designed is we've come up with the 12-hour shifts, and it provides for staff on every day that there's an admission up until 9 o'clock, which is more staff than we currently have.
So say that again,
Okay.
it provides what?
It provides four
Oh,
techs.
four techs.
Four
Gotcha,
techs
okay.
from,
Can I write on this?
you can. It provides 4 techs from 9 in the morning till 9 at night on the days of the admissions. It's
So
not
Sunday.
Sunday through Thursday, except for on Thursday, there's an 8-hour shift because one of our techs is a half-time worker with 20 hours. So it allows for 4 techs Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And Thursday, I would imagine, would be probably like a 12 to 8 shift for the 8 hours. So it also covers, I would imagine that's what it
Right,
would be. I
that's-
just put 8 hours.
Sure.
The only day we don't have coverage is on Friday and Saturday. We have the 3, one for each building, round the clock.
No admits though.
But there's no admits on Friday and Saturday at all.
Gotcha, so
Mhm.
Friday and but you're still, in your idea you're talking about, is you're
What-
going
what
3
the
techs,
schedule
but
is.
it's still the 9 to 9.
7.
No, on Friday and Saturday, we don't have a 4th one because there's no coverage there at all. But for the rest of the day, Sunday through Thursday, we do have 4 techs up until 8 o'clock at night.
So what are you guys thinking? You're doing a 7 to 7? Or
Yeah.
what's your 12? That's what I'm trying to
7 in the morning till 7 at night, 7 at night till 7 in the morning.
But the fourth tech is
That would be 9 to 9.
I'm with you.
Yeah, and that would also cover like call-offs. I mean, even if you had a call-off, we would still have 3 techs, which for the day shift, that actually provides an additional tech that we don't even have right now, because right now we're working with 3. The only thing that I would ask is that if there is a call-off, that management would agree to try to cover that call-off.
What does that mean?
Like, say I call off, you're gonna make every effort to cover that shift.
Instead of just saying, well, we
Yes,
have.
we already have
Oh, yeah,
3
yeah,
techs.
yeah. Okay.
And because this would allow for the people who say, I don't have, because we're taking a cut in the hours,
I know.
obviously. But this would provide these individuals who say they can't make it, it would give them the opportunity to pick up an additional shift to cover what they're missing.
And so the vote, just to go along with that, the
Yes.
vote for this new schedule was overwhelmingly
Yes.
for it. It was, I think,
Mhm.
12-3.
Yes.
for another 4.
Well,
Or
but
they
the
did
one person is
but
quit.
now,
One person no longer
oh,
lives
yeah.
Yeah. So it is really, really in favor from the techs of going to the 12-hour shifts. And they are aware that they would be losing money.
Here's my concern in
Yes.
any of these shift changes. So I've gotten a lot more cautious
Mhm.
because, one, it's about patient care. So it's
Yes.
always about patient care, right? And we
Mhm.
have good techs. It's not about people. So what we're learning in the 12-hour shifts on nursing is it's tougher than it looks to cover.
Mhm.
Now, I'm just putting that out there, right?
Okay.
So the other thing I worry about is I'm not saying it won't work or not, I'm just worried about this,
Mhm.
is that when I watch, so it's like you're the house guardian, right,
Mhm.
of the units, and when that changes, it's really disruptive.
Mhm.
So, I know, I just know this, I know when Cass is on night shift, I sleep well. I know when you're on day shift, I sleep well. So I'm only gonna be able to sleep well 3 days in a row. I'm just giving you kind of a simple example. And why I say that is because when, the techs are really important for that stability on those units.
Mhm.
So when you or Mike or Lori, now Cass is on nights, but when she was here, I would know, and the floors ran well.
Mhm.
So I haven't quite, in my mind, settled on how this is gonna be helpful. So what happens in the 8-hour shifts, these are just the questions I have, right? Is that in 8-hour shifts, I'm only worried about 2 days a week that it's unusual,
Mhm.
right?
So
Sometimes more.
Those 2 days that there's only 3 people, they're still all 3 are full-time
Staff.
techs working.
And I
Yeah.
think an advantage would be that it's now bring in somebody else, like you said, Rick will only be here 3 days. Well, there's gonna be somebody else here
For
during
another
day
3 days.
shift, where they're able to get maybe more help, more monitoring. Cause it's gonna bring somebody on who's generally
Person.
an afternoon shift person, but now they're gonna be a day and afternoon shift person.
Oh, trust me, I get all that. We've gone through
I
this
mean,
with nursing.
yeah.
I'm not pretending like there's not. If I was a tech, I'd be asking for this. But what we're seeing is some unusual things that happen with coverage when people call off and when people take vacation.
Well, with nursing though, there's 16, there's 16
16.
techs, so I don't think. that the
Right, but
same
we have
thing-
more shifts too,
Yeah.
to cover here. It almost percentage-wise comes out the same. I understand
I
that,
don't think
but.
so, because our coverage with this shift, nurse RN coverage went down with the 12, like the length of time. With the techs, because of there's more in number, it went up.
And
the
still
coverage
saving
went
you
up.
money at the same time.
Yeah, the money part, we're gonna be even on. It's more, I really am thinking about patient care in this, and I'm not convinced yet.
One of the main challenges that we have with the 12-hour shift for the RNs, or has been the challenge, because it is good when somebody is here for 12 hours, they know for that day. Well, there's been 2 things. One, for a long time, we got a lot of, well, I wasn't here for 4 days, I don't know what's going on.